Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. All right, so we have our romance angel cards. Okay, that one came flying out. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. I feel like sometimes with Capricorn, I'm a Capricorn sun and a Capricorn rising, is that it can be a little hard to show that person because it's like we have a lot of, not everybody, I'm not saying everybody, but it's like we're more guarded, right? We need to wait until we can really trust someone that we feel comfortable with to really show like the different sides of us, right? That silly, that lighthearted, and to be able to let our walls down and being able to actually show that person. Like we show that person, but I feel like it's not to the full extent. Like we always kind of keep kind of guarded. And some people may not, it may be easier for them, and that's perfectly fine. I'm not saying that, and that's a good thing. So it's, the card saying to go ahead and show that person, because that person likes to, see that, not only the words, but the actions, that actions follow the words to let that person know that you care about them. We have new love. So there may be a new love coming in for some people, but I also feel like that new love can represent is being able to show that person, even if you're with a partner that maybe you've been for a long time, is showing that person and expressing your love and letting them know that you care. And that could almost feel like a new love because things are feeling different. And flirt and having fun, right? That silliness, that playfulness. Like I know Capricorn has that. I mean, I have that too. Where you're just silly and you're goofy and you're, have that lighthearted side. But I feel like that's something that you have to build up your confidence in order to be able to show that, because that also shows vulnerability, and sometimes that can be scary. So I feel like, so if this is a new relationship, if this is coming in, making sure that you show that person that you kind of take those walls down and show that person that you're lighthearted, fun, silly, goofy side. You can just show them little glimpses of it if it doesn't make you feel comfortable, and see how they react. And if they react in a positive way, then you can show more of that, and that can help to let your walls down, and that can also help to build your relationship even closer. Or if it's that person that you've been with for a long time, kind of maybe you haven't shown your silly side, your goofy side, your lighter, flirty side in a while, is go ahead and do that, right? And kind of spice up that relationship and making it feel like it's a new love. Eight of Cups, are there things that you're holding on to that you need to let go of? And he kind of has his hand on his chin and he's thinking about things, and then the sun's kind of coming through the clouds. And I feel like, are there things that you're holding on to that you've kind of built up these walls that you're not really able to, let those walls down and show that person? And maybe that's something to think about, right? Sometimes we like to always put that on the other person and say, well, if that person did this, then I would do that. But it's like, okay, maybe it's time to be the leader and take the initiative and just be like putting yourself out there. But it's almost like it feels freeing being able to show those different sides of yourself and to be vulnerable. And sometimes it can be scary, but if you say, hey, I'm proud of myself for doing that and putting myself out there, and then you're able to maybe do it more, right? The High Priest, number 5, and that is the Hierophant. And, it's that grounding feeling. The Hierophant represents that faith and those beliefs and, having that strong foundation. And I feel like if you're starting a new relationship, having that strong foundation of feeling like you can be yourself, you can feel free to be yourself around this person, that's an amazing way to start a relationship, and it's an amazing feeling to have. And sometimes that's a new feeling, because if you've kind of always felt guarded or held yourself back, it's like, whoa, wait a minute. This is a little different, this is a little scary, but it's like, it's okay to even communicate to this person and say, hey, it's not usual for me to do this, but I feel like I really want to show you who I am. And letting that person know, right? And see how they react to that and how they understand that. And, you know, if they're like, yeah, like you can be yourself, like I'm not going to judge, I want you to feel free to be yourself, you know, whatever that may be. And being able to feel goofy and silly and not feel like you're being judged, right? That's an amazing feeling. We have the horn god, which is the emperor, and feeling comfortable in your own skin. I feel like that's what that represents. Ace of Swords is getting past those things in the past that maybe held you back, right? That you kept yourself guarded with, but being able to open up. And again, if it was a long-term relationship that really maybe you weren't really showing your full self. You know, sometimes we can be with somebody for a really long time, but we're really not feeling comfortable enough to really be true to ourselves and who we really are. And maybe that's something to think about, right? That's something to maybe level up the relationship. Just because you've been with someone for a long time doesn't mean that you've fully been yourself, you know, that you've shown all sides of yourself. Seven of Swords and Seven of Swords. He's coming back from the hunt. He's kind of looking around. It was successful. She's waiting for him there. I feel like maybe is it you know, kind of thinking about things before you go ahead and do it. Because he's not focusing on her, he's looking at the skunk, right? He's focusing on something else. He's kind of being sidetracked by something. So I almost feel like it's maybe kind of a new thought, right? A new feeling, a new process, a new you, a new you, right? That you're able to let those walls down and show the different sides of yourself. New feeling. Perfect. Pages. Pages is young energy, and there's the young boy there, and he has his pentacle, and he's trying his magic out, and his dog friend is there looking at him, and you know, he's trying things out, and he's concentrating, and it's a new feeling, right? It is a new feeling. I feel like there's some new energy here. All right. Oh, I love it. The Lovers. Perfect way to end that, right? Because that's about that connection. The Lovers is about that connection of two people becoming one, and two people feeling confident enough that they can, you know, show all sides of themselves and let their walls down and connect together. So I feel like it's either moving a current relationship onto a new path, a different feeling, or it's a new relationship thinking about being more flirty, being more, you know, letting those walls down and showing that other person, if you didn't do that before, right? Being a little more vulnerable to that person to show them that side. And if you don't feel comfortable with how that person is reacting to that, and that's giving you a red flag, then that's something for you to look at, right? If it's giving you a red flag, that's something for you to look at, and it's something for you to think about. You know, if you're feeling those red flags, and that maybe before if you ignored those, that this time you pay attention to those, because you want a relationship where you can feel comfortable being in your own skin and being who you really are, and that person accepts you, right? And that's definitely, this could be a friendship, this could be a family member, this could be a partnership, or it also could be within yourself, right? Your own skin. Are you feeling comfortable enough in your own skin to show that other side of you? And it could be this new love that you have within yourself, because you're like, I want to be me, you know, I don't want to have to be this person that I feel everyone else wants me to be, that I want to be who I am and surround myself with people who accept me exactly the way that I am, so that I can be free to be me. All right, and then at the bottom of the deck, oh, I love it, Ace of Pentacles. So again, aces are new beginnings, new starts. And we have the Ace of Swords. New feelings. I just feel like it's new feelings, a new you, a stronger you, a more in touch with yourself you. Pentacles, I feel, is new beginnings, you know. Could be, you know, we had the Lovers, and then we have that. A new start. You never know what could happen, and you're never too old to start fresh. or to adjust things or change things, or think about those things to make changes, right? Again, with the Eight of Cups, thinking about those things to make some changes and letting go of those things that are holding us back. Just something to think about. Doesn't mean it all has to happen today or all at once, but I feel like just kind of planting that seed in your head for something to think about and have that grow. Just like this beautiful wreath around the pentacle, which kind of caught my eye. You know, planting that seed and then having that grow and evolve from there. You know, that new start, that young, new energy. Luck, you are right to be strong and optimistic about the opportunities ahead. Yeah. Feeling strong and being positive, the opportunities for new love, the opportunities to grow a current relationship into a deeper relationship, right? A stronger relationship, a relationship where you feel like, you know, there's nothing worse than being in a relationship where you're walking on eggshells. And you're like, oh, I better not say anything because of this. And I better not, you know, show the person, you know, this side of me. And like, there's nothing worse than that. That's the worst feeling ever. Whether that relationship is a family, friend, you know, partner, whatever that is. And it's like, if that's how that makes you feel, what are those changes that you can do so that you're not having to walk on eggshells? And why would you want to put yourself in a situation where you're always having to walk on eggshells? That's extremely stressful. But we all do what it is that we want to do. And it's up to us to make the changes. You can't put that on the other person. You have to make the changes. You have to release your Eight of Cups. You can't put that on someone else. But it's just definitely something to think about. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.